Alright, what's up folks? Hey, so noticed a change of scenery. Made it here to Ponca City. Really pretty place. Tons of parks, big trees, oak trees. You know, we ain't in the Rockies anymore. So anyway, I just got back from here. I'm trying to unlock my toolbox while I talk here. I went by and I scouted out where the weld test is going to be tomorrow, so I know where I'm going. I can find that place in the dark. Oh, sorry there. Hold on, I can't see this lock. One more number. I just got all new locks for my box. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Sorry. Like I said, the whole thing with this YouTube is I can't edit these videos anymore, so it's a huge pain in the ass. So, but anyway, I got my box right here, all packed up, and we're gonna kind of go through it, and I'll show you what I've got, and I'll try to kind of set aside everything that you better have when you come to a job like this. So, just a heads up. On my resume, when I send my information to somebody, I identify myself as a fitter, a fabricator, and a structural welder. If you're just a welder, a structural welder, chipping hammer, grinder, whip, the very basic stuff is all you got to have. A bucket, and I've got my bucket right here. But we're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you. I just went and picked me up some more F-clamps at Air Gas, and actually was able to get all the information I needed to know about this job. Because generally you're gonna find when you get a call for a job, just like me, I got a call sitting at the house on a Tuesday morning, said, "Hey, can you come to Ponca City? Here's the pay. Are you interested?" Yes, I am. That's all you get. They'll tell you what the test is, and sometimes you don't get a very good or a very accurate account of what the test is actually going to be. I got a story to go with that about a job I had down in Corpus Christi at the Kiewit yard. 6GR. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. So I, in my head, was trying to visualize how to pass a 6GR flux core test, root, fill, and cap flux core. And I had it in my head a certain way, and it was not even close. We had two different scheduled pipes, this and that. One side beveled, one side wasn't. It was confounded. Had I known that, I would have approached the test mentally prepared in a completely different fashion than I was. But so you need to know what the test is going to be like, because but a 2G, 3G, 4G flux core and stick test, as simple as it gets. Doesn't even matter how thick, 3/8, ½ inch, 1 inch, it's all the same. So anyway, back to the toolbox. I'm gonna flip this thing around, so bear with me. All right, so I picked up the two F-clamps. I got my coffee mug here. My dog was over there just a few minutes ago. Anyway, I carry a personal grinder. They'll issue those in the tool room. I don't use tool room grinders. Fuck those, they're pieces of shit. Like I said, I'm gonna have a million pairs of gloves in here still, even though I went through them. So here's what we'll do. We'll pull out a bucket. And you're not gonna need an impact, but I have that. I carry this with me because I work on my car, and this is my toolbox. So I'm gonna keep that with me. You're gonna need it. I bought a new pair of Welpers here. That's what's in the bag. These are the shittiest of the shit ones, but I got a new pair. And you can use your needle nose, but I got a bunch of squares. That one's old but brand new, been floating around in the box. Just random stuff. They give you this stuff for free, you guys. Free. Throw it away when you're done. I don't know why I keep that. I came into some iron worker tools. You iron workers out there know what that's for. This is some iron fit up stuff. That's woodworking stuff. I don't even know what, in fact, I'm going to take that out of this box completely. More needle nose. A couple files, random files. More speed bolts. I guess we're kind of in the thick of the ironworker tools that I came up with. Yeah, this is actually a bunch of stuff that came out of this brown box I bought from Shelly's friend. Just a bunch of crap in here. Let's ignore that bucket. All right, so fitter fabricator stuff. Lots of clamps. Fit up stuff. You know, you'll hear me refer to these as pokey bits. When I was in Colorado on my last job, it didn't matter what was on this end. It really did not matter. But you needed about 15 of these pokey bits, whether it was a spud crescent, whatever. You got it. We were fitting up tons and tons of holes, and the stuff was so warped. It was made over a course of several months in Canada. You guys might recall this story, but the heat distortion, like a piece that was made in July versus a piece that was made in November, would be mated up. And because the metal was expanded in the summertime and shrank in the wintertime, those holes were just the most minute distances off. So we used these, and we would, I mean, I got bull pins in here somewhere, and we'll also pull those out. Just beat these pins in there to get bolts to drop in. So, you know, you'd okay, let's hole here. You'd put a pin in here and a pin in here, or no, here and here, and you drive them in, line up the hole, and you try to get one bolt. And then you take this one out and put a bolt there, and then you take this one out, put a bolt there. You know, you just had to figure out how to work it to get everything in. Some more ironworker tools I came into. Extra grinder, mini sleever bar. This stuff is great for fitting up stuff. Just, you know, when you don't need a sleever bar, when you don't want to carry around one, that'll fit in my bucket or my bag pretty easy. I can use it or just leave it there, but it's there if I need it. I've actually honestly never used that thing. I got that at the flea market in Denver a little while back. Another square. Like I said, you can't have too many of this kind of stuff. Lose them, break them, bend them. Stuff like that walks off real fast. And you'll see, okay, so I got all this stuff on lanyards. Half of the stuff, here we go, nice bullpen. Some of this stuff is on a lanyard, like this can go up into the air. Whereas, you know, this one I was using on the ground, obviously. I've got the lanyard off. That stuff is a pain in the ass. If you don't have to have a lanyard on it, don't. I mean, but then again, you don't want to kill anybody dropping shit on people. So I'm not gonna pull all this out. But I got like 2 or 3 or 4 2-foot levels. That's a big, not a framing square, but just a speed square, the big one. And that's great for working on I-beams, is what I use that for. And down here, they run along the bottom here in the corner, my framing squares. I got 2 big ones and 1 small one. I should have 2 of each, but I don't. Here's another brand new grinder. Okay, you need to see this. Okay, so depending on where you buy these at, if you buy these at somewhere like Airgas, they're not gonna have, where is it? Maybe this one doesn't have it on there. They have, some of these come with trigger locks on them, and you can't have trigger locks of any type on any tool that you take into these industrial settings. Here, so I'll show you, because this one does and this one doesn't. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so this one did have a trigger lock on it right here, right? You take that by the tool room, and they'll pop that out and get it legit for you. Whereas you see this one I got, I don't know where I got it, at the industrial store or whatever, and it doesn't even have the trigger lock option. It's 2 different two different models, basically, you know, because they know these guys know that you're not going to be using this. It's not a home gamer. You're not. This one they built. Hey, if Joe Schmo wants to throw it in his vise and lock the trigger, and you know, to throw some stuff at the wheel, he can. Let's see these bags. Okay, right here. Let me get you caught up with the times here. This is an old school bolt bag. You know, every single iron worker in America will know exactly what this is and probably have a couple of these. These are basically, in my world, now I don't know about the company I'm going to work for tomorrow or test for tomorrow, but those are basically outlawed. Here we go. I don't have very much room, so I'll just sit in here. Another thermos. More gloves. All right. This here is a Python safety bucket 100 pounds rated. Velcro's all the way shut. This lid tucks inside, and it comes with this rated fastener, rated carabiner on it. This carabiner, I don't know. It's rated for the 100 pounds that the bag is. But this is the new school. You know, safety this day and age has changed everything. So, but let's look in here, because I kind of got into this bag, and I've got my whip. Let me show you this. These piss me off. I thought this was the coolest thing. Okay, so there's no adjustment on this, right? And like it'll just fit whatever you put it on. Here we go. That's small enough. I can. So whatever you put it on, I can't. Okay, but anyway, you don't adjust it. I can't squeeze it. These are pieces of shit. Do not buy these, no matter how cool you think they are, because first off, you see how wide that opens up. These basically require two hands to operate. And unless you're in a shop and just lazy as fuck, do not get these, because when you're in the field, you only have one hand. You're holding the piece of iron with the other hand, so these are completely pointless. And there's also a way to use these where you can operate them, but they just don't work. Let's get a brand on here so you guys know what not to buy. I don't know. It says automatic. Maybe this is it. Hanson. So you guys over there at Hanson, I'm sorry. These things are pieces of shit, man. They really are. They're no good. But I could use these on my test tomorrow, you know, to clamp the backing strip onto the coupon or whatever. So, got my chipping hammer. I stopped buying those stupid black ones. These are badass. These are good chipping hammers. I mean, you want to beat some slag off of something, that's going to do it. And this will take off any kind of splatter, dingleberry you got to work with. I got my whip. Okay, so I said, you got to have a stinger. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. He asked, what do you need, 50 foot, 100 foot? No, dude. No. Okay. So I'm going to stand up right here. I'm going to put this in my foot, right? Now, you're going to be connected to another one of these, so keep that in mind. You got your lead coming into this. So I'm standing up, my feet are on this box. Okay, I got my hand all the way above me. And look, that's how much extra I got. That way you can weld all the way overhead, and you can leave that on the ground. That's how long your whip needs to be. That's my personal opinion. I think this is like double aught, 1/0. I don't know. I'll show you. I got some lead material from a ground that was no good. I'll show you how big the lead. Fuck. Okay. Screw it. It's buried all the way in there. So I've got a bunch of hammers. I beat on a lot of stuff. We'll go over that in a second. Okay, so 8-pound. These hammers are great. I think they're worth the money. 8 pounds, which is actually a 13-pound hammer, because it's got a big heavy steel core in this thing. 8-pound beater. This is a 24-inch handle. This right here is super awesome, very ultra versatile hammer. If you were to buy only one hammer, well, you couldn't get away with one, but I would buy this one, 6-pound. And I don't know how big, it's a lot shorter than 24, maybe a 16-inch handle or something. Okay, this is one I kind of came into, kind of inherited. This is a 10-pound beater, and it's probably cut at about 24. This is a straight up Thug Life ironworker hammer. You know, you got your clip there. You'd put your lanyard on this end, which this ain't safetied up or anything, but that'll clip onto your harness right there too. And it's balanced at the head, you know, so that's where all the weight will sit. The handle doesn't weigh anything. That's a 10-pound head right there. So this is a heavy hammer, straight up, like I said, Thug Life ironworker hammer. It's got some rope core through here, and then, you know, you got your, I mean, the guy did a good job with this thing, you know. So, but I mean, I carry this around to make my box harder to steal. Here we go. What is this one? 3 pounds. Great little hammer. This, I definitely recommend it. I've had this hammer. This is like a $20 hammer, and it's just held up. It's withstood the test of time. You can see it's been battered and beaten, but this is just a great basic little fabrication, you know, hammer. You know, whenever I keep this in my bag that I'm carrying with me a lot of the times, unless I know I'm just welding, not going to be. But I mean, then again, this is also good for doing hot tacks and stuff like that. You guys have seen me do that. Actually, that's not a work pair of glasses, it's just extra pair of glasses. I got another pair in here. You know, all these consumables that, you know, I walk off jobs on with. Okay, so let's get into some serious safety equipment here. Serious stuff. And you don't need, I mean, this is not something you need to buy, but it's great to have your own. So these are beam sliders right here, and you tie in right onto these things right here in combination with these. Fucking great. So you put those, you know, above you as high as you can. Use these are rated for 5,000 pounds. Here we go. Just strictly for tie off. You know, these are for nothing else other than safety. I've got 6 of these things, all different lengths, ranging from 10 foot to 4 foot, just to meet a wide variety of tie off needs. Let's see, what else do I got? A bunch of crap. I mean, this thing, that's for my car. Oh, okay. This is must have for everybody on every job. 4-foot sleeper bar and a 4-foot 3/4 drive ratchet. You gotta have a 4-foot 3/4 drive ratchet. It doesn't matter what you're doing. No, just some more tools I came by secondhand. They actually, all these weird things came with this brown box here. Anyway, I had these in here. I should pull those out. I don't want to mess my levels up. Alright, sorry about the view. Alright, so if you ever go down to like South Texas, refineries, especially air tools, non-sparking hammers, they use the shit out of these compressed air tools, grinders. This is called a mill scaler. These little needles go. They do a great job prepping metal and cleaning welds and stuff like that. I should have more torpedo levels. I'm hard on these things. I beat the fuck out of them. They just don't last me, and I'm currently in between some decent torpedo levels. This is a great. Okay, so think 1.1 inches. What do you know that is 1.1 inches? You're right. There you go. Regulators. You want to get the smallest crescent wrench you can that will open up to a minimum 1.1 inches. That way, you know, you can just throw it in your pocket and get your argon bottles hooked up, your 75-25 bottles hooked up in the morning, whatever you're running off of, and that's 90% of what my crescent wrenches are for. I've got one in here. I've got a carabiner, you know, one of these little carabiners on there. I literally just leave it on the bottle all day. That way, you know, anybody can shut the bottle or break the bottle down, because you'll find yourself up in the rack and it's time to break down and your boss is yelling at you, and you yell back, hey, well, motherfucker, if you want me to hurry, break down my bottle for me. You know, that's a must. Anyway, I'm going to turn this around. We went over most everything in here. I mean, oh shit. There's my other pair of work glasses in the bottom of this box. I'm going to start just putting this stuff back. I'm going to keep rambling on a little bit. But, let's see, what else? What else? Oh yeah, so this bag, this is going to be my test bag tomorrow. I got a tape measure in here. I got some gloves. Oh, not that. I'm not going to test in those gloves. I'll get a good pair of gloves in here. You know, I'll have my hood and my hard hat are in the car. And I'll take this bag, my hood and hard hat. There we go, sorry. Everything I need to test. Oh, these are great. Take these in with you to your test. That way you can look professional, and because sometimes you have to cut out your own coupons, and when you do, you know, you don't have to bring a soap spoon with you. But have a square so you can put a straight line on that. Kind of just putting everything up here. Bear with me for a second. So, yeah, anyway, the whole point of this is I've been asked many times, a striker, oh my gosh, they're gonna have a million of these things on a job, but I'll tell you what, it's something the tool room will run out of. Just a simple striker. Have one. They're gonna give you one at some job eventually. Keep one, even if it's broken, no flint, bent, keep it with you, because I'm not going to say they're sleazy companies, but some tool rooms are tougher than others, and they're going to say, well, if you want a new striker, I need your old one. So you'll have an old one that's all beat up, and here you go. And they'll give you a new one. Let's see. Put my impact in here. Really, you can't go wrong. These are big boxes. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. So do that. Like I said, I covered this before. The more you can do, the longer you're going to be around on any job. None of these jobs are permanent. If you're working on the road, some guys look for that brand new 5-year project close to the house, just far enough where they're still getting their per diem, but close enough where they can be home every weekend. Good luck finding a job like that. I mean, you may. One day they may build a power plant just down the road from your house. You obviously are going to try to get on it. I don't blame you. But, none of these jobs are permanent. If it is 5 years, 5 years is going to end. It's going to come and go, and that job is going to be done. And you're a construction worker. When you build a project, it's going to stop. The more tools you have, the more diverse skills you have, the longer you'll be around. I'm only expect to be out here for 3 months, but they may find out that I'm willing to work with the electricians doing welding on unistrut. Nasty shit. That galvanized stuff is nasty, but I mean, who knows? I may be hungry and I may want to stay here. This is a nice town, so let's see. distracted. I had no idea. I thought I was out here all by myself. So let's see, what else are we going to cover while we're here? Yeah, just be ready to do as much as you can. Have the tools. These are big boxes. I got 2 of them. I'm not going to take this one in. I got no plan to take that in with me. I'll leave that in the truck. But if I needed to, I could take it in. Anyway, we're all done here for the day. And I'm going to get this loaded up. I got my test in the morning. Should be a good time. Oh, anyway, I'll tell you about the job later. I found out all the details, nitty-gritty, dirty details of this place. So it'll be fun, I'm sure of it. All right, we'll talk to you later.